This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the whoop, Higgs. We keeping the foot on the whoop, Higgs. And like the Tibetan marriage shift that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. This pressure does what? A versus pipes. Let's talk about it, man. So let's get this straight, AARP. Errol the True Spence cannot take advice from Floyd Mayweather. Let me explain something to you guys. When you see Manny Pacquiao says that Errol the True Spence cannot take advice from Floyd Mayweather, it's because he does not want the changing of the guards from one airfield fighter to the next to be reminiscent. Let me say it again. He does not want the changing of the guards from one airfield fighter to the next to be reminiscent. He is afraid of what the fate is going to be. He is afraid of what is actually going to happen. He is afraid of the fact that Errol the True Spence is Mr. Tactical Aggression, is Mr. Technical Punching Placement, is Mr. Body Snatching Work, the Leviathan style, the punishment style. When we look at Spence, it's called the Spence era for a fucking reason. Because it's the Spence era. Nobody can see Errol the True Spence. When we look at Floyd, it was called Floyd Mayweather's era, Money May's era, for a reason. Because Floyd was a walking CompuBox. Nobody could see him. This is what airfield fighters are all about. Nobody can see them because they are airfield. That means they are a complete package. That means they are a stimulus package. That means nobody can see them in the boxing ring because of what they bring to the table. When we see Errol the True Spence, we see the Spence era basically magnified. So when Manny Pacquiao tells you that Errol the True Spence don't need to take no advice from Floyd, and the Floyd advice is not going to help, it is Manny Pacquiao crying out for help that I will be AARP retirement Pac-Man style, that I will be bulldozed, that I will be steamrolled, that I will be plowed through, and that the retirement is going to actually take place. This is what it's all about. This is what it boils down to. Manny Pacquiao is afraid of his AARP fate. You became AARP the second you signed the fight. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. You became AARP when you signed the fight. You've officially filled out your AARP card. Well, let it sink in. May have not sunk in your brain just yet, but it's going to sink in that you have basically signed, sealed, delivered like UPS the AARP card. Because when it's all said and done, Manny Pacquiao is an AARP retirement Pac-Man style. He's an AARP individual. And when it's all said and done, Manny Pacquiao revealed his AARP ways. He's afraid. He's petrified. He's scared. Let me say it again. He's afraid. He's petrified. And he's scared of what's coming. It's called a bulldozer by trade, a steamroller by trade, a plow thrower by trade. Errol the True Spence is not playing with Manny Pacquiao. So when Manny Pacquiao takes the night off to go be with his wife, which is a big no-no in fucking boxing, Errol the True Spence is in the gym training because Spence knows he's going to properly retire you. Spence used that as added motivation, especially what happened in Jamel Charlo. True alpha extraordinaires governed by true alpha economics are no different than other human beings. They're human in of themselves. And they have emotions, they have feelings. And when you see an Errol the True Spence emotions and feelings, see that Jamel Charlo lost, it makes him work that much harder in the gym to keep the airfield fighter tag, to keep the airfield fighter symbol, because he understands the incumbent responsibility associated behind it. This is what Floyd did. That's why Floyd never lost, because Floyd fought every fight as if it was day fucking one. Errol the True Spence is fighting every fight as if it's day fucking one, because they understand the responsibility. This ain't no Jamel Charlo shit. This ain't no Deontay Wilder shit. These are airfield fucking fighters. So when you see Manny Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather's advice is not going to work, hold up. Floyd Mayweather wash, double wash, and triple wash your ass. Let me say it again. Floyd Mayweather wash, double wash, and triple wash your ass. So how's his advice not going to work? You don't want to be timed? for your bullshit and fuck shit punches and bunches speed. You don't want to be outskilled for your bullshit and fuck shit, basically what we would say punches and bunches speed. We know what time it is when Floyd gives Errol the True Spence advice. That means the fighter's getting washed, double washed, and triple washed. Manny Pacquiao bared witness to that in the Mikey Garcia fight. Floyd was giving Errol the True Spence cues. You don't need to knock this motherfucker out. Box his ass. Pedigree his ass. This motherfucker said he was a better boxer than you. Showcase it to him. So when Floyd is giving Errol the True Spence advice, Errol's gonna take it. Like Errol said, I'm willing to take it. I'm willing to accept whatever he gotta tell me. Because Errol is from the Kobe Bryant mode. The Kobe Bryant mode is to accept the Michael Jordan instruction. The Michael Jordan advice. Because these are translucent and transparent images. These are guys that are basically of the same mode. So when it's all said and done, that's what you're getting. And that's what people need to understand. That's what a He Knows Everything in a Tom Ross is. Translucent image and transparent images. Basically double dragon true alphas. Because when it's all said and done, when you meet somebody that's on the level of you, there is no fucking intimidation. There's just an acceptance of a salute. That damn, there's actually another motherfucker on the planet that's just like me. So when Errol gets the advice from Floyd, Manny Pacquiao will be properly fucking retired. He will be properly fucking bulldozed. He will be properly steamrolled, and he will be properly plowed through. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat telefashion. When it's all said and done, when we look at the advice that Floyd is going to give Errol, because he's going to give him the advice, it's going to be the deciding factor. It's going to be the silver lining. It's going to be the caveat. It's going to be basically the determining factor that's going to properly retire Manny Pacquiao. What is the subject line? What is the mission statement? What is the title of the series? Errol the True Spence is going to properly retire Manny Pacquiao via Aarp retirement Pac-Man style. There are no two ways around it, and book it. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat telefashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Eeks. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Eeks. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.